Well, a major decision regarding the controversial Penn East Pipeline recently came down. And this is a project that impacts a couple of counties in New Jersey, and well over 100 property owners have kind of been impacted by this. So with an update on this ruling here and this major decision, I want to welcome my guest on the Jersey Central Newsmaker Hotline. He is a partner with Stark and Stark, and he is it's a legal source highly knowledgeable on this issue and eminent domain issues across our state. Tim Duggan is with us here this morning on WCTC. Good morning, Tim. How are you?
Good, Bert. How you doing?
Good to talk to you. And as a resident of a county that is impacted by this project here, this Penn East Pipeline project, talk about this major decision that came down and what homeowners in New Jersey can expect.
Sure. So the Penn East is the company that's seeking to build a pipeline, filed about 140 eminent domain cases in federal court in New Jersey, seeking to use the power of eminent domain to acquire the property rights to construct a natural gas pipeline that's a little over 100 miles from Pennsylvania through Warren, Mercer, and Hunterdon counties in order to transport natural gas. Recently, in the eminent domain case, the court granted them possessory rights, which means they could go out and complete their surveys and do all the necessary tests, such as endangered species and wetlands, in order to file an application with the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection in order to get the necessary permits and approvals. There's other permits and approvals they need from other federal authorities, but one of them is a Clean Water Act review by the state of New Jersey. And New Jersey has to give them this clean water certification before they can start construction. But the important point to note is the court did allow Penn East to have the right to come on people's property to complete surveys, and if they get all the permits, to construct the pipeline.
Now, obviously, people are concerned, Tim, because I drive through that part of the state all the time, sort of like along the Delaware River, and I see these towns, and every house has a sign in its front yard that says, no pipeline, Penn East, go home, and they're obviously not happy about this decision. From the homeowner or the property owner's perspective, what is their main concern for having this? Is it property values? Is it environmental impact? Is it all the above? What are their concerns?
Yeah, it's all the above. The majority of my clients are adamant that this pipeline is absolutely not necessary. It's just not necessary. Second, they have very major concerns of how it's going to impact the environment. Everything from greenhouse gases, this is inconsistent with the renewable energy policy, as well as potential leaking and damage to their property. And third, the values of their homes. Some of these are very pristine properties. I represent several nonprofit organizations, municipalities, and counties, and about 50 property owners. And some of these are preserved farms, where your money and my money went into preserving these farms. Now you're going to have a pipeline that's good, although it's going to be put underground. They clear trees, they go through brooks. It has major environmental problems.
Yeah, and you're right. That's something that we paid for. I'm glad you mentioned, because my next question was about purely the aesthetics of this. And yeah, even though the fact that it is underground, you still have the risk for some sort of environmental disaster, the impact that this is going to have in terms of clearing away land and burying this underground for several miles in New Jersey. This is going to be a project that's going to have a long-term impact on the environment and on this property here. But is there anything, Tim, in the Highlands Act? Because I know the Highlands Act is very tough thing for any environment or any developer to work along. Is there anything in the Highlands Act that works in the favor of the homeowners in this case that might sort of delay this or push it back or give them some hope in having this not happen?
Yeah, nothing really in the Highlands. I think the hope for a lot of the property owners is that the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection will give strict scrutiny and do their job under the Clean Water Act. And the state of New Jersey is permitted to determine whether or not this will have any type of impact on our groundwater, which we believe it will. A lot of my clients have wells. You're going through rural parts of New Jersey where there are wells. Certain areas already have high arsenic levels. and there may be certain levels of blasting. This is a significant concern for my property owners when it comes to the safety of their drinking water, as well as the rest of New Jersey. So we have absolute full confidence that New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection is going to give their application a really close and detailed look, and hopefully stand up and protect the property rights or the rights of all the citizens of New Jersey.
Yeah, I know the Sierra Club for years and years has been an advocate, if you will, when it comes to environmental issues in our state. Jeff Tittle is the guy that runs it. He's been a guest on this radio station a million times. What is their take on this? Would you happen to know, Tim, with the Sierra Club, who is a very vocal group, what they're saying about this project?
Yeah, they're absolutely against it. The Sierra Club has been very good. Jeff has come out and spoken to property owners and municipalities. He's been great. There's been a lot of these environmental groups that are pushing back. I represent New Jersey Conservation Foundation, Hunterdon Land Trust, and those are two that are really adamant and pushing back hard, as well as a number of municipalities, Hopewell and Hunterdon County and Delaware Township. These municipalities are out there to protect the people in their towns, and they are fighting back hard to try to stop the pipeline and also communicate with their property owners to keep them up to date on what's going on.
So if I'm a concerned homeowner and I live in a place like Stockton or Lambertville or Lawrenceville or Hopewell Township or Frenchtown, what's next for me if I'm one of these homeowners? Tim, what's my next step? Do I contact you? Do I just wait for further instruction? What's the next step if I'm a home or property owner in any of those towns?
Yeah, it really falls into two groups. One is if the pipeline's going through your property, you really need to make certain that you have an experienced lawyer to help you, advise you on your rights, and get a good appraiser to protect yourself. So those are for the properties where the pipeline is actually going through your property. But if it's not going through your property, you're not going to be named in a lawsuit and don't have an opportunity to fight the lawsuit. However, there's numerous organizations out there that you can join and support. HALT is a local organization that's Homeowners Against Land Taking Penn East that is out there fighting, as well as New Jersey Conservation, Sierra Club. These are organizations that you can join and donate and help fund their fight against the pipeline. So if you're against the pipeline but it's not going through your property, you still could get involved. And you have to understand it still can impact you. And this is a very important issue as it comes through New Jersey.
Yeah, no question about it. How does someone contact you, Tim, for some more information about the groups that you're representing or just some more information about Stark and Stark as a whole?
Sure, thank you. We have, it's stark-stark.com is our website. You could find me on there and my phone number and my email. Anybody could email. I'll get a quick response or give you a return phone call and put you in contact with people, different organizations, give you the phone number or email that you can join or just discuss issues with. We're happy to speak to anybody and just let them know what's going on and point them to resources so they can, get up-to-date information. Some of the various townships have CAPs that have been very good in communicating with their local residents.
All right. Tim Duggan, thank you so much for fighting so hard for the people of New Jersey, and I appreciate the update today, and it was some really good information that you shared, so thank you so much. Great to talk to you today, all right?
Great. Thanks.